So I've noticed that the link that's on the laptop.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, that's cool. We got you here anyway. Welcome to the Black Club. I'm your host and founder of the show, B Note. Today I got a special guest with me, Kenya. She's from Kenya. Her name is Lauren, and she has a lot that we're gonna go over with today. She's trying to get a political party going, and we're gonna try to help her out and get that going. Special guest of the show. Um, how you doing?
Fine, thank you. Glad to be here.
Tell us a little about yourself and where you're from, and
Well, I'm Lorraine Mukami. I was born and raised in Eastern in Kenya,
okay.
Embu to be precise. It's not that big of a town like Nairobi, but yeah, it's in the highlands.
Okay. What was it like growing up for you?
Well, let me say, okay, back in the day, I think growing up back then it was fun, as a kid, I guess. Plus, yeah, times were different now.
You said times were.
Beautiful. I was yeah, times were different.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, it was like that over here in America when I was growing up. It seemed like it was so much easier, and now it's like it's a totally different country.
I know, right? I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, because right now things are way different. Things have changed by a lot.
Yeah. Let me ask you this,
Yeah.
because when we're taught in school, we're taught about like black people and stuff. It always starts at slavery. Were y'all taught about slavery the same way?
Yeah. Yeah, we were taught. Okay, this is what we were taught in school. Yeah, we were taught about the transatlantic trade,
Right.
and there were routes that were used to traffic black people who were slaves. They were sold to white men and yeah, Caucasian men. Then they were sold for what? For different. There were sex slaves. There were the slaves that were used in the farms in the US and in other countries in Ethiopia. And there were what do we call them? Can't remember that name, but yeah, mostly sex slaves and those ones used in the farms.
Were y'all taught that they came from like Africa or different parts where y'all were from, or were y'all taught that they came from different parts of Africa?
Yeah, they came from different parts of Africa,
Okay.
Nigeria, Uganda. Yeah, different parts.
Have y'all ever been told that there were already black people in America, or do y'all not get told that story?
Well, back in the day, I think there was a lot of racism, and like now, I believe racism today is not that much compared to back in the day. So black men, like black people, were not that much. They were not of a bigger percentage compared to today in the US.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Being from Kenya,
Mhm.
how has your upbringing shaped your view of opportunities in East Africa today?
Well, it made me realize that opportunity isn't lacking at all. Opportunities are there, but it's just that it's not evenly distributed among, the youths and everybody else. Now, this is backed by corruption, majorly,
Right.
dated leadership,
So y'all have a lot of corruption going on over there.
a lot of it.
I have a friend that's in South Africa, and
Uh
we
huh.
talk quite a bit, and she tells me a lot about the same thing. It's a lot of corruption, and it's hard to, kind of maneuver in between it because you don't know who is corrupt and who ain't.
True, true. That is true. That is true. You don't know who has been sold out to the system. Um, on a day-to-day basis, like you definitely yourself behind even bars for speaking out the truth. these governments for what they are.
Is that what
These
got you
lim-
in? Oh, sorry about that. Keep going.
yeah, this limitation of that freedom of speech is not as free. It's limited because you say one thing and then you say today you talk about this, call them out, you call the leaders out, you call the bad governance out, and tomorrow in bars or you go missing. Actually, people have
Oh
gone
wow.
missing. Yeah, yeah, people have gone missing.
Oh wow. Uh, let me ask you this. So when y'all
Yeah.
are taught about America,
hmm
what were you told? What is some things that they tell y'all about American people, especially like black people in America?
Black people in America. Okay, so first of all, when you're taught about America, we are taught it's a superpower country, that it's the land of opportunity, land of milk and honey. But as time goes by, as we get, more empowered information wise, book you learn that these challenges, just like down here, these challenges, and
Right.
as for the yeah, these challenges, the struggles, it's layered up. It's not all green, it's not all roses. There's
Uh,
the struggles everybody is facing. And the
trust me.
black man
Yeah.
in America, the black man in America isn't as how do I put it? They I believe they still face racism and inequality.
That's true.
I Yeah, I feel like guys, black people, black Africans in the US, they're not treated as equal as the white man.
Yeah. And you know what's so crazy? A lot of it now, we do it
hmm
to ourselves
How do you do it to yourself?
because it used to be like the system would be holding us back. You know, there was a system in place and white people. I mean, that's still there. But now that we
Yeah.
have more resources and we have more opportunities, we still
hmm
continue to live in that type of mind frame. And that's what's holding us back.
Oh wow. I thought that was just like only here, like in Africa, where that kind of stuff happens. So it's happening right now as well.
Yes. Oh yeah, especially with this new administration. It's crazy over here. Well, you know, I know you heard about Trump and everything that's going on over here.
Yeah, I've had a lot of things.
Yeah.
I've had, yeah.
So how do issues of governance and corruption affect business and innovation in Kenya?
Well, for starters, you see, corruption is like biggest tax on dreams. Like you may have a dream to, um, be a pilot one day, or own a spare shop, repair shop. Yeah, you know that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
but then you find young innovators, they end up leaving or giving up because you find that even the you see the average families, or the ones that live on hand to mouth, they can't even afford education. They can't afford 3 meals in a day. That's luxury. And so good governance isn't just politics. It's like oxygen. You see what we're breathing in right now.
Right.
It's like oxygen for creativity, for small businesses, for hope itself.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, so what inspired you and your team to start the Party of Change and Development?
Frustration and hope. Because honestly, the system right now, it's like we are asphyxiated. We're being choked. We're being choked out of hope, and we're being choked out of the dreams we have, the goals we need to achieve. You see, so many youths at the moment. Let me speak for the youths, and well, the youths covers. Even I think people who are up to 40 years old. Yeah,
Hmm.
you find that you've graduated from, from the university, and there's no job waiting for you out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
There's no, yeah, there's not. Nothing. You find that your parent maybe sold a piece of land so that you can study, but then
Right.
there's no job. So what do you think these young people turn to? They turn to drugs, they turn to theft and
Right.
other crime related shenanigans because they have to survive.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, true. So like we want to turn this frustration into hope. We want to bring hope as well as drive change at the same time
Mm-hmm.
so that our generation can also do something about it. You know, we can't keep on online that we need to do this, we need to do that, we need and that there's no actions about it. So we actually need to walk the talk, and so that our and the children that will come later, they'll know that these people, they did this for us.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what specific change does your movement want to bring to Kenya's political system?
Transparency, inclusion, and account. For instance, you see, there's so many political parties here in Kenya, but you
Mhm.
find, let's say, for instance, I ran for women rep, yeah. So everybody holds the office for 5 years. You find that within those 5 years, nothing that I've done that can be, um held accountable. Yeah, like the funds that have been given to
Right.
do this, maybe to construct the roads, to finish up a maternity wing, it's not done. So we need to hold people accountable. We need to hold this. Everybody should be accountable. If you've been elected to or for the to the office for a certain purpose, we need to be holding these people accountable. Your term is 5 years, so within those 5 years, we need to see what you've done with the people's money because that's taxpayers' money. And also, we need to have inclusion. We are not heard. We have voices, but they're suppressed. You talk and you, like I've said, you talk and you find yourself, you land in prison. So we need inclusion because the peoples have voices, they need to be heard at the end of the day. And we
Yeah.
want leadership that serves, not ruling.
Right.
Yeah.
Some some people say, like a lot of different people that I talk to, they say African leaders are just like scamming their own people. You know what I'm saying? Do you
Yeah.
think corruption in Africa is any different than how it is in the West, or is it
That's a very
worse?
good corruption in Africa. I think, oh my God, I think corruption in Africa is just grand. It's grand because, my God, have you seen what people are doing?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot.
I've heard about it.
It's a lot. Like these people embezzle education money, funds that's supposed to go to the health system. They get embezzled. You find, oh God, like one person is owning like large acres of lands, and there are people who are squatting in slums. Hmm?
Mm,
Yeah, like it's bad. It's so bad, Brandon. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh, it's bad. It's like way worse.
dang. That's yeah, it sounds like pretty much over here. I mean, it's the same, the government act like they for the people, but they really not.
And then they get away with it. Why the hell do they have to get away with it? Why do they get away with it?
Yeah. I mean, because they've infiltrated every level of the government or of any political aspect. So I mean, they're not going to rest themselves.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So, what makes PCD different from traditional Kenyan parties that have dominated politics for decades?
Well, we don't wanna be worshiping personalities
Okay.
or have somebody we are worshiping, like in this sense, yeah. Like we have a leader that we have to go to for this and this to happen. We don't want that. I believe you've heard of the dynasties that are there in our country. I don't know if you know about that. Like from the first president of Kenya, that was a dynasty in itself,
Okay.
to the second president of Kenya, that like these people were worshipped. You catch my drift?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Treated
so
them
we
like,
don't,
so is it they like celebrities over there, kind of like how they worship celebrities over here in America?
yeah, something like that. Like literally. So we want to have principles. We want to have a structure that is youth led and transparent and focused on ideas, not tribe or money. We don't want to
Right.
be tribal, because tribal that's been a war that has been going on for a very long time. Tribal leaders, tribal politics, yeah, and doesn't
Mm.
serve the purpose.
Kenya's youth makes up most of the population. What are the top three issues they're facing that PCD wants to address first?
Number one, the pretty obvious one, unemployment.
Unemployment. Okay.
Unemployment. There is a very high rate of unemployment in Kenya at the moment.
Mm.
Yes. Number two, it's access to quality education and skills training.
I get
You
that.
know, at the moment we don't have there's the CBC got rolled out again in Kenya. So right now, very access education. It's becoming a luxury. Like we're going back to the era when education was for the wealthy, for the rich.
Right.
Yeah, it's becoming that reserve for the rich. And now number three, we want political inclusion. Like I've mentioned, you find that very old people are in the parliament doing what? They're just getting their bellies overgrown, yeah, with people's taxes. We don't want that. We want fresh blood, new blood, young people
Mm.
who know what they're doing, and they're not there to be tribal. They're not there to defraud or to scam people. Yeah, we don't want that.
Mm. That's interesting. So when you guys see Black American culture and compare it to your culture, are there any like similarities?
Black American and the African culture. Yeah, there are similarities. Well, apart from the melanin, of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, apart from the melanin, I believe we are similar in so many ways, but it's the resilience. You find black people, they are very resilient,
Right,
honestly.
right.
They're,
Okay.
yeah, very resilient, and they are proud. You wouldn't find a black person in the US being ashamed of being who they are. Yeah. And
You,
then there's
you
the
in I don't know, here in America, I've seen a few people that hate the skin they're in, and that's
mhm.
crazy. You know, you have some black people that have that they've been indoctrinated so much or so bad
Yeah.
that they hate other black people
Yeah, true. I've seen that. I've seen that. Actually, yeah, I've seen it. Actually, and they also become racial. They become very racist.
towards their own
And they are,
people.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
Um,
guessing that,
oh, go ahead, my bad. It's a little lag
no,
if everybody that's watching.
sorry, sorry. So I'm guessing like the main difference is the environment, because the blacks in the US and in other Europe countries, they have been exposed to a lot, yeah,
Yeah.
unlike the blacks here in Africa. But yeah, I guess that's the difference. And the education systems and the health systems. For instance, in the US, you people have SSNs, you have social security numbers for everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
And the health systems and the education, there's the difference between now a black man that studied in the USA and the black man that's been in Africa like their whole life.
I've noticed that
The,
is the
it,
education is different,
the education is different, yeah, true,
totally different. So,
very different.
what challenges have you faced while trying to register a political party as a young person? So,
endless endless bureaucracy, gatekeeping of information, and contacts and connections, people, and skepticism. People are very skeptical. And also there's this slavery mentality that you're registering a political party, they think I'm getting paid by somebody to do it. But no, there's nobody bankrolling my vision, my mission, my passion towards this. Yeah.
so
So you see,
it's
yeah,
just you.
it's just me and a couple of other guys that we sat down and realized, yo, we need to do something.
Hmm.
We need young voices to stand and stand the ground. and represent everybody else in the parliament, in the three arms of the government. We have the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. Yeah, but the parliament is the main one, the major one that we want to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is something that people get wrong about Africa?
That this one is funny, but it's so true. People, people be out there saying that Africa is poor, the Africans are poor. Oh
Man,
God,
look,
that we are
it's
languishing
what they
in
put in the
poverty.
movies. They put that in the movies over here and make it seem like y'all just jungles and huts and stuff like that. And it's crazy
And
because when you actually look up the cities, y'all got some of the best looking cities in the world. The
I know, right?
cleanest, the
Oh my God. Oh my God. Like Africa has 54 countries. It's diverse. It has different levels of creativity, different people, different cultures, different traditions. We have minerals. We have what are they called? Yeah, we have minerals and resources. If we were to unite as one, we would go like very far, economic wise, especially because we have a lot. We're not a poor continent. We just have a very, very gullible, not gullible. We have very greedy leaders
right, right.
and governments.
That's
Yeah.
where the corruption comes in.
Yes. And so when the corruption is just suppresses, it suppresses the what is it called, the opportunities, and it suppresses also the chances for us to shine as a continent. Yeah,
Hmm.
we have oil, we have gold, we have diamonds, we have tanzanites, we have in Tanzania, right? We have
Hmm.
a lot. We have a lot. We are not a poor continent. I don't know why people put it that way.
It's the way it's portrayed in all of social media and all of the entertainment period. Every movie we see over here, it's like when they go to Africa, they gotta fight lions and be in the jungle, and you know what I'm saying? They don't show the city. Even in Black Panther,
They
that movie
do.
was the same. It's like
Yeah.
they try to make it seem like it's just so poor and you gotta help, and like we have a lot of those feed the kids commercials. I know you heard about that, right? Like they have that playing everywhere and they make it seem like, the white people go over there and put wells in for y'all and do all this, give y'all electricity. But then when I talk to people from over there, hey, y'all already got electricity.
Yeah, we do. We do have it. Like I don't know why it's gotta you realize the first architects, yeah, like the best architects come from Africa, Egypt, no less.
True.
Yeah. I don't
It's
know
true.
why we get suppressed so much. Yet we have a lot. Hey, my God, I don't know. We are a rich continent. We just need to have we need to be more open-minded. We need to cut down the corruption
Mm,
and the art of ruling now start serving people. Yeah. And use the resources for the betterment of ourselves and not just to, please the West and
yeah.
God. Yeah.
Have you heard about what's going on in Nigeria?
Nigeria, well, there has been a lot going on in Nigeria. There's been the Boko Haram, um, and the war there hasn't been, letting up. But then I feel that it's still the young people, just like us, who are demanding for accountability and inclusion. Yeah, and I stand with that spirit.
The way
It's
they
proof
tell
that,
us, I don't mean to
yeah.
cut you off, my bad, but the way they tell us, it's like
Mhm.
they over there committing genocide against Christians, and it's a like mass murders going on. Is that true?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's been happening. There's been people have been killed, and a lot. It's something to do with religion because I heard that I actually read about it that even the presidency they have to alternate. So
Mm,
let's say during this election they get a Christian president. So in the next election they have to have a Muslim president so that they can satisfy the both clans, the Christian and
mhm.
the Muslim. So I guess the animosity stems from there. But it's also one of the corrupt countries. It's a very corrupt country as well here in Africa. Because, well, it's resourceful and it has minerals, but at the same time you find the cost of living in Nigeria, it's way up to there. It's just way up there.
Mm. So there the cost of living is going up.
Yeah, inflation, like, oh my God, even here in Kenya, I did mention, like, most families at the moment, not even at the moment, like for a while now, say in the past 2 3 years, they can't have three full meals, like
What?
breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's a luxury.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They can't, because now, say, what's how much is a dollar? A dollar in Kenyan money is about 125 shillings, yeah?
Okay.
So you find a regular, a common mwananchi, we call them a common mwananchi now, a common Kenyan, earns about 300 shillings. That's about $2 and some cents on top, yeah?
Mhm.
And that's for a day, not per hour.
That's a
That's for a
day.
day. That's a day. And so you find that they have to plan for that money. For that money, there's food, there's electricity, there's water, like the basic needs. You find that that money doesn't even cover it.
Wow.
Yeah. So
So
meals
so where's the money going?
in these leaders' pockets. They're stealing, they're embezzling. Like, do you know they have foreign offshore accounts?
Uh, that
Yeah,
goes on here too. Yeah.
exactly. They have foreign offshore accounts, and so there's no money in circulation.
Mm.
There's nothing.
So do you think if y'all got a new generation of leaders, would that actually change anything, or could they work together? Or is there too much corruption going on that would keep it, isolated or separated?
Honestly, there's too much corruption going on, and I feel like if we had like a united front of young people who
Wow.
will get into the offices and lead, and start curbing down corruption. But for that we need a committee of sorts, so that they can be holding people, these elected men and women, accountable. So, because for instance, say you're given like about 100 million, yeah, you're
Mm.
given 100 million Kenyan shillings for your ward or county, and that's for just one financial year. That's just for one
Wow.
financial year. You find that that money doesn't go to help people. Most people, these leaders, they just put it back to their bank accounts.
Hmm.
They invest it in their own personal gains.
And that's what I hear because, like I told you, I speak to someone that's from. She's actually the peace ambassador in South Africa. She talks a
Yeah.
lot about that, the corruption, and how it's hard. Like she's got a commerce that she's starting, and
Hmm.
she's been trying to get Americans to invest in it, but with all of the scamming and, like you say, the corruption that's going on, it's so hard to get involved in something like that. What's different about PCD?
Well, it's not, well. Let me just say this. With the right, not passion, but drive, I believe, because at the moment, did you see what happened last year and this year during the demonstrations
And where?
in Kenya?
No, what happened?
There was, okay, last year there was a bill that was getting passed, voted for in parliament, yeah.
Okay.
And so there was an uprising. The youth, they felt that now that's just the height of it. So we took to the streets, and we were demanding that those bills don't get passed, because now, once they get passed, and they become bills, because they become law, sorry, because they are bills, yeah. So once they get, yeah, voted in and they become laws, then it would mean that now the common Kenyan that I was talking about, the one that earns about 300 shillings per day, the revenue will be like, how much? Will be taking about 150 shillings from her or him.
Hmm.
You feel me?
And they
So
that
basically,
is crazy.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So there was a mass uprising last year. Last year around was it June, July?
Hmm.
Yeah, June, July, and people were killed. There were people were killed. A whole. It was a massacre actually. I don't know why you didn't hear about it.
They make sure they don't tell us everything over here.
Yeah, people were. Hey, oh my God, people got killed. People got killed. Others got abducted. And I believe now if we became like united and the voice was what do we call it? The voice is mutual across all the youths and everybody else who wants change, that things will be different.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Have you had any like older politicians try to discourage you?
a lot, a
Like,
lot.
what do they do? Like,
Mhm. A lot. So I met someone, yeah. He's okay, I won't mention the name. So we get talking and I tell him, you know what, actually I'm doing this and this. I'm trying to register a party for not for myself, but for the youths in unison.
mhm.
And he goes like, "Yeah, no, that's a bad idea. You won't make it. That's a bad idea. No, 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 no. There is so much bloodshed for the youths. So the moment you have a political party and you start campaigning and you start having people getting elected under your party, people will die. People will oh my God, the
That sounds
negativity.
like a threat.
I know it did. So and then he offered me money because he
Ah,
was like, I could give you this sum so that you don't proceed with what you're doing, and I can have the party under me now himself, so that he could take now whatever we have been working on for himself.
wow.
Yeah, yeah,
So they offered you money to stop, to not do what you trying to do. That is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Did
So let's
he did.
say you succeed, Party of Change and Development succeeds. What does Kenya look like in 10 years with that success?
Um. Okay, 10 years. 10 years. Well, 10 years from now, that's 2035. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe we will have better education okay, a much better, let me say, a much better education system that
Okay.
it's all inclusive, and the poor community won't be left out, because honestly it's been left out for decades and decades. And the health system, at least, there was a system whereby expectant ladies, there was
Mhm.
this card, yeah? There was this card. All you had to do was register yourself, your names, put down your names and your age and where you live, and that's it. The card covers for your antenatal, covers the maternity when you give birth, and it covers even afterwards. And you didn't have to pay for anything. It was the former president's wife. That was her innovation, and it helped a lot of women. It helped a lot of ladies. Right now we don't have that.
Mm.
Right now, yeah, right now any pregnant lady or a woman, be it married or single, they have to have at least 20,000 cash at hand to pay the
Wow.
maternity. Yes, yes.
Do you think that Africa can ever have a self-reliant economy, or will they allow it? Because I know right now it depends a lot on China and the West for funding. But do you think it'll
Mhm.
ever get to the point to where it don't need funding from anybody?
Yeah, yeah. I believe if we start valuing our own resources and
Yeah,
talent, yeah,
yeah.
self-reliance begins with self-belief. We have what it takes. We just need systems that stop selling our future short-term needs and deals. So we gotta believe in ourselves. We need to stop. We need to really stop feeling like we need China or we need Europe for this and that. Whereas we can do it ourselves. We can. Check for instance, there was oil in the northern part of Kenya in what is it? Turkana, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oil got discovered there about 8 or 10 years ago. Do you know instead of rallying Kenyans behind to find a way on how the oil can be, mined and all that,
Right.
a Turkish company was brought to Kenya.
Wow.
Yeah, and so all the resources, all the profits, they went with the Turkish company, and of course, the bigwigs in the parliament, the
Yeah.
politicians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
So they brought
So
in outsiders instead of making,
exactly.
having Kenyan people help and mine it
Mhm.
themselves. That is
Yeah,
crazy.
it is crazy, honestly, very crazy. Because I don't know why we need to have to seek help out there or alternatives out there when we have so many resources in here in our country and in our continent.
Being a woman stepping into the political industry, and it's such a male dominated industry, what are some
Mhm.
of the obstacles besides, them trying to pay you off and stuff like that? What other obstacles have you faced?
You walk in a room, honestly, like I've been there. I walk in a room like looking all official and stuff, and people just you until you start speaking.
Mm,
Because, well, like you've said, it's a male dominated field, yeah. So women don't have so much of a voice, so much of power. They can't get things done because you're not a man. Like, what
mm,
can a woman do? But
wow.
that's changing. Yeah, it should change.
Is it starting to be more women step forward?
Well, most women, let me just be honest, most women, they're afraid, yeah.
Hmm.
And you'll find most women, if they're being vocal out there, it's because there's a man behind them who's pulling the strings,
Makes sense.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so very few women are independent, like can think independently.
Wow.
Yeah, and
When
I'm really proud to be the part of the change.
so let's say black people and black Americans and Africans actually united. What do you think
Uh,
that would look like globally?
wow, 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 wow. I think that will, oh my God. I think these leaders will just, vanish. They just start running for their lives because you people, I mean, the blacks in the US, the Jamaica, all the blacks out there, if you came back home and you're like, yeah, we're taking back power, we're taking back the reins of this ship, um definitely they definitely cower down.
Would they allow it though? I
They
don't think
wouldn't.
like with
They
us,
wouldn't.
I don't think they would allow us to leave America in a mass like the way they deporting the Hispanics and stuff like that right now, they're illegal immigrants. I don't think they would allow us to do that because we too important to the economy.
Mm, how about how about we came up with a way maybe to beat that, like, stop being used for their political gains and for the economy. Come back home and build yourself. Is there a way that can challenge that?
That's yeah, it should be. But the problem would be is we don't own anything over here. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I believe the problem would come in because the way we would have to be able to maneuver would be silent. And then you have so many people. It's like this, what we call over here the crab in the bucket effect. And you have so many people that, like we were saying earlier, hate being black just because they black. So they would hate the situation or hate the movement and do whatever they can to discourage it or stop it.
And sabotage it, yeah.
Yeah, sabotage it.
And you
Yeah.
see those, yeah, those ones now, they're like, those ones are the ones that make the ship sink, because why you not um spirited to fight for your heritage, like,
Hmm.
really, who does that?
Now, do you think Africans actually want black people to come back? Because we hear a lot over here from both sides, and A lot of it is some say when they go back, they get treated a certain way. And then some say when they go back, it's love and it's like they want to never leave. So what is your opinion on that?
Well, let me say this. Because I know, yeah, people get treated differently. Because, for instance, I told you that the black Africans who are in Europe, in the US, they've had a different kind of exposure, yeah.
Yeah.
So they are viewed once they come back home, like these wealthy patriarchs and matriarchs of and now, so the people they find back here at home, they're waiting to be provided for. So they're, yeah, that's why you're saying you've had different stories. You come back home and you're treated differently because they see you had opportunities, they didn't have those opportunities.
Mm.
Yeah, the moment you refuse them, then you sort of become like an enemy. It's like you are selfish or something.
So what do they expect from us? Like we already over here struggling ourselves. What what do they expect us to do?
You guys have dollars, they feel like the dollar is I don't know, it's well, they feel people have money, like you boarded a plane to come back to Africa, yeah, you came back home, so definitely you have goodies, you have you have the means, you're
That
loaded,
is
you're
crazy.
wealthy.
That's what
Yeah,
they
I
think.
know.
They
Yeah.
wow. So that's why, I used to work with some guys that were from uh Sierra Leone. And they
Uh-huh.
would tell me, they'd be like, when they would what they were taught growing up is they kind of despised us because they was like, we are given so many opportunities and we don't take advantage of it. And then I'm telling him, I'm like, we don't get those opportunities like that over here.
Exactly. Yeah, that's right there. Exactly. You people have like a lot of opportunities and we don't. So
That's
I
what
feel
that's
like,
what everybody think. And it's not like, I mean, it is to a certain extent
mm-hmm.
because they'll allow you to reach a certain level, but that's it. And a lot of the celebrities from what I've seen or what I've been told, a lot of them, when they do get money, they're not allowed to use that money to help their own community. If they do, it'll be taken away from them.
Wow.
So yeah, like it's a lot about the control over here. They control the money, they control the banking system, they control all of it. So it's an illusion in a sense because they make it seem like, yeah, you might have this money, but you can only use it to it's a term we call peacocking. And what that means is, so like they would what they would used to do with the slaves, right? They would
Hmm.
dress some of the slaves up in some of the best clothing. They put jewelry on them and parade them around town and make the other slaves jealous and want to be like them. So that's what modern day celebrities are to me. It's basically peacocking. And that's what
Yeah.
they do. So, but they control what those celebrities can and can't do. That's why a lot of them don't really help the black community. And so it's a
Ah,
misconception about us when, a lot of people see us from the outside looking in. They think, oh, they got this and that. And it is, but it's not, you know.
you know, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Now that you put it that way, it does make sense. It does. It does. But you see now, not everybody would understand that. Not
Yeah.
people, yeah, people have varied understanding because they'll be like, no, dude, you got on a plane. You paid more than 1,000 USD for that flight ticket,
and
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 you're
that flight might have cost $100 over here. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like going from there to there, it might be more, but it's
yeah,
not. It's not. Because a lot of
yeah.
us,
So
we trying to find the cheap flights, we trying to find it, the discounts and everything.
yeah, because you see, for us here in Kenya and in most African countries, I believe, the visa for the US, it's quite expensive, and not everybody gets it. You may have a passport, you may have the money to pay for that flight ticket, but
Right.
getting the visa, that's where the war is, because no, you don't just get it.
Hmm. I
You
got one
don't.
more, and I'm gonna let you get out of here. I know it's late over there where you at, or it's getting late. If you could speak to directly to the young Africans, the older Africans, middle age, whatever, if you could speak to Africans everywhere, what would be your message right now?
If I could speak to Africans, come again, kindly.
What would be if you could speak to Africans all over the globe, like all blacks everywhere, what would be
Mm-hmm.
your message to them? With it, whether
I'd
it's about unity, about whatever, what would be your message?
I'd say don't wait for permission. The system isn't designed to hand you, us, me space. So don't wait for that permission. Don't even ask for it. Just, you know, you have to take it. You have to take it. Build, organize, lead, and be vocal. Whatever you're talking, do. Walk the talk, you know? Africa's future is in our hands, and the time is now. Not tomorrow, not later, not 2 years to come, not even Vision 2030. It's now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah, it's now. Because the system is rigged against us. It's not for us.
So to get your party going, to get everything that you need going, what do you need?
Oh, yeah. Right now, we need funds, we need funding, we need to raise at least six hundred thousand Kenyan shillings to register for provision. It's called provisional registration. There's that certificate you get after registering, and then we need to get the legal documents done. That is the constitution, manifesto, and what is this other one? Party nomination rules,
Mhm.
and yeah, the okay. Well, I have the what is it? Is not the manuscript. I have done up a rough
Like a rough draft?
I have a rough draft of everything: constitution, party nomination rules, the manifesto, but it needs to be also done and stamped by a lawyer. So we need
Okay.
funds to pay for that legal service, that legal fee, the retain what is it called? A retainer. Yeah. There's a retainer fee for that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, and basically for the administration as well. But what is most important at the moment is getting those legal documents done. Once I submit them, then we move on ahead to provisional registration, whereby I'll pay the required fee, and we'll be handed our certificate. Then we can go public. We can be holding press conferences, press briefs. We can be loud on Twitter and TikTok and all the social media platforms. At the moment, we are limited.
Okay. How much total do you think you would need to get everything that you need to get taken care of? How much would you need total?
How much would I need total? The administration fees and the retainer fees and the provisional certificate. Honestly, if I was to be candid with you, it runs up to 1 million Kenyan shillings.
Okay.
Yeah, it runs up to 1 million Kenyan shillings. That's what we need at the moment. I just thought that it would be like, it's a step by step process. So once you're provisionally registered, once you have that certificate at hand, and you go public, you start telling people and educating people about your party, what you're doing, and what why you are doing it, then it's easier to raise the monies that we need. But so far, because now we don't have the registration, we don't have the certificate, now we are limited. So we have to raise funds in other ways.
Okay.
You get?
What ways are
Yeah.
you raising funds right now?
Just appealing to the goodwill of people who are like-minded, people who want change, people who want to see different governance.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is for the people that's listening. If you'd like to donate, if you'd like to help out, I have the link in the description. You can just click that link and it'll take you directly to everything and how, and it'll tell you about the company and what she's trying to do and what she's trying to accomplish. Anything else you'd like to add?
Um, I believe we've covered mostly everything, but together we can do this. Together we can bring change. Together we can drive it, and we can have a different system entirely. A system that is not led by old and greedy men and
Mm,
women, people who are selfish. We don't want that. We don't want tribal conflicts. We don't want tribal politics, because tribalism has been a thorn in our lives, a thorn in many cultures, in many countries. We don't want that. We want something that will be inclusive of everyone, and everybody will be listened to.
right. Okay. I appreciate you coming on the show, sharing your stories, sharing your goals and your dreams of everything. We're gonna do what we can to try to get you that, get you where you need to be. Um, hopefully it can start some kind of change. Hopefully something, because I mean, it's gonna be hard though, with all that corruption going on. You never know.
It's
Y'all,
going to be hard,
but
true, but
okay, let me ask you this. Let's say you did get whatever it is you needed. What would be
mhm.
the next step once you got registered, once you got all of that taken care of? What would be the next step?
Okay, the next step will be you see, like we have in at the moment we have 47 counties here in Kenya,
Okay.
and the body that registers political parties, which is ORPP, requires that a party, once it's registered, it should have at least 12 offices in different counties in Kenya. So what we do is, once I get all that I'm rallying to get, the funding that I'm trying to get, we start now moving um regionally. We will start going to different counties, preaching our agenda. Okay, preaching is not very well, talking about it, and yeah,
Yeah.
garnering persons that are and actually it's the register right now people are getting registered as voters. And so once the party is registered, we can have voters registered under us in our party, which is very important.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's gotta be from different regions. Like I can't have over 100,000 voters from Nairobi alone. No, you gotta have like diversity. People from Kisumu, that's the Lake region. People from northeastern, people from eastern, people from western, people from Mombasa. It need to be diverse. Have everybody included. So once we get the funding and everything is done, and we have the certificate, and we go public, you know, now we can start that.
How long does that process take? I know I keep asking more questions, but it just pops up.
It's okay. It's okay. That process of moving from county to county. Well, next year, 2020, 2026, yeah, the elections will be held in 2027, right?
Okay.
So the campaigns usually take about 3 months. So that in that space of 3 months, we should have toured about 20 counties in Kenya, if not all of them. And since we'll have rallied a good amount of people. It will be easier to reach everyone, and we will have. I was thinking of starting a podcast as well, because now a podcast with vernacular hosts, people that are from different tribes and cultures. Yeah,
All right.
they can talk to people, talk to their elders, talk to the to because the old people as well will go to vote, and the old people, they are kind of indoctrined to this governance that is there, that we are trying to fight.
Sound like here. For
Yeah,
real.
so yeah, so they need, and we need to have that civic education reach everyone and every corner of the country.
Okay. Okay. Like I said, if you want to join, if you want to help out, you want to donate, the link is in the description. Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate you sharing everything that you shared. It's been a fun time for me. um, I'll get you the copy of this and everything so you can share it and uh do what I can to help out on my end.
Yeah, yeah, no problem, Brandon. Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me. It's been fun. Yeah,
All right.
thank you.